Welcome again. It's the third session of our She Earners training. And what is She Earners? An empowerment program where we are hoping to enable or to get women started or earning from the digital economy by giving them a product that works, that is an easy sell to earn a 20% commission on. So now, today's session, I'll do a quick recap first, then we'll then go to what the agenda of today's session is. So a quick recap, if this is your first time of attending this session on the first day of training, we walked you through our onboarding, right? We walked you through our onboarding, the vision, mission, and all that, why the She Earners. In the second session, which was yesterday, we walked you through our product knowledge. We taught you everything about the workplace foundational skills, how people can pay via your link. We covered all that. And the focus of this session will be on marketing and sales strategies to grow your affiliate business. Yes, this is where the work is, because the only way you can increase your earning, right? The only way you can increase your earning is when you have the proper marketing and sales system and strategies set up. So I am going to be giving you from my wealth of knowledge on the things that you can use to do marketing and sales. Right. Now, of course, marketing always precedes sales. So we are going to start from the marketing aspect of this. Now, the first thing we are now going to be talking about in marketing, so it's more like I'm doing a crash course around part of the things that in my content creation program, right? So if that's someone that you really want to delve into, digital marketing and everything, it may interest you to take the content creation program. So that's I'm doing a quick crash course around some of the things I covered in the content creation program. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about, which is why you see this screen, I mentioned it yesterday that when it comes to marketing and sales, we cannot talk about marketing without you knowing who you want to market to, or selling without you knowing who you want to sell to. And I mentioned different categories yesterday, so I'm going to pick up from there. Now, how many of you in this class have ever heard of customer persona? Have you ever heard of customer persona? If you've ever heard of customer persona, type A in the comment section. If this is your first time of hearing customer persona, type B. If you know anything about customer persona, type A. If this is your first time of hearing about customer persona, type B. Okay, great. I'm seeing A, I'm seeing B, I'm seeing A, I'm seeing B, I'm seeing A, I'm seeing B. Great. Okay, so it means that some people have heard of it, some people have not heard of it. So I'm going to, as much as possible, break this down into what you can understand. Now, a customer persona simply means you are creating an ideal customer description. That is what a customer persona is. Like, you find a person that truly needs what you are selling, and you look at them and you talk about all their attributes. That is what a customer persona is. Let me give you an instance. Let's say you sell cream that helps babies not have maybe all these rashes on their body or something. That is what you sell. Am I your ideal customer? No, because I'm not a baby. Do I have rashes? No. So now, even if you see a baby that doesn't have rashes, is that baby your ideal customer? No. It simply means that it is a baby that has rashes, that is your what? Ideal customer. Now, it also now means that your customer and your user may not be the same person. Because in the case of the baby cannot come to you and come and buy some. It is the parent of the baby, the guardian of the baby, the auntie of the baby, the neighbor of the baby, whoever has seen the baby that likes the baby, whether it is the parents, the guardian, the auntie, the uncle, the whatever, the teacher in school of that baby that can purchase that product from you. What does this say to you? It simply means that when they say describe your ideal customer, I always put a caveat. Your ideal customer is what you say you are developing. When you describe all the way your ideal customer looks like, you will say you have created a customer persona. That is what it means. It means that you say, and when I say describe, you have to describe them in detail. They are 27 years old. They live in Lagos. They are married to a businessman who has money. This person went to this type of school, a state school. They have been married for 3 years. They have one child. You would describe them. That is a customer persona. This person hopes to get to the top of their career. They started 5 years ago before they married. That is customer persona. You must describe everything around your customer, your ideal customer. That's I say, I first use illustration of a baby. You are selling cream that helps cure scratches on a baby's body. An adult is not your ideal this thing. Even a baby that has smooth skin is not your ideal. It is a baby that has that problem that is your ideal customer. Now, in describing your ideal customer, I always say, always note that your ideal customer may not also be your user. How do I mean? Your ideal customer may not be your user. In the case of what I've just described, the first time I learned this concept was in Aberdeen, Scotland in 2018, when I was in an entrepreneurship and innovation program. That was the first time I learned that concept. I was doing a PhD and I was creating a biosensor that can help us monitor the level of heavy metals in a particular region in Nigeria. And they are poor, they don't have money. Then the person was like, who am I designing? This is my research. If it is novel, who am I describing the design name for? I said, this thing. He said, who is my customer? I said, he said, can they afford this thing? I said, people that is even poverty that is making them go and be mining for gold and be killing themselves. Do you understand? So that means they are not your customer. I said, how do you mean? He said, in innovation, your customer may not be your user. And I said, how do you say? Your customer is who will give you money for the product you are selling, whereas your user is the person who has the product. So for some products, your customer and your user are not the same. Why did I first have to explain this? Before going in depth into the different category of target audience that you can sell WFS to. There are some of these target audience that your customer and your user may not be the same, especially the first one, recent graduates. You see, a recent graduate may not be, is your ideal user of WFS, or may not be your ideal customer. Your ideal customer in the case of that target audience may be the parent of the recent graduates who will now pay you for that recent graduate. There was a woman in this year that said that can an 11-year-old, can a teenager join? And I said, yes. In that case, can you say that it is the woman that was asking me because she wants to pay for somebody? Whereas the user of the product is the teenage child that she's asking for. How do I mean? It simply means, depending on where you are, on the location, and you feel that, a recent graduate does not have skills, or I know they need this product. It is possible that you come and sell and sell and sell and sell to a recent graduate and you'll be fetching water into a basket. Because in that case, maybe a recent graduate that does not have a job, does not have any money, is their parents that is feeding them, may not have your money. So even if they are the ideal user, they are not your ideal customer. In that case, you must now be asking yourself, who has the capacity to pay for a graduate? The parents, the school, the government, the whoever. But you must find the person that has interest and the monetary capacity to pay. So when people say, oh, I hit jackpot, I found an ideal customer, I will just be laughing. Like, I just always remember 2018, my innovation, when that That was the first time they were introducing innovation and entrepreneurship in Scotland, and they came to use Aberdeen, that's RGU, as a testing point. So they brought us PhD students and used us as like a pilot phase. I said, nah, your user and your customer may not be the same people. So when you are trying to sell something, always ask who has the monetary capacity to pay, so that you will not stand in front of someone and say, and this your fabric is fine. Oh, hey, I wish I had money after you have stopped for 2 hours. So ensure that in you finding customers, ask those 2 questions of yourself. Are they my ideal customer? Are they also my ideal user? Now, in cases of professionals, they are both my ideal customer and my ideal user, because they need it and they are my customer. They have the monetary capability to pay. So in me saying that, I'm sure some of you in your mind decided to ask, okay, now I thought I was going to go and market to Bayo, who is just finishing school. Now it's not Bayo that should be my market. That is not the first person I should be, because in me describing my ideal customer, which I call customer persona, it helps you to put things in perspective, and you can have different customer persona. Bayo is a recent graduate who has been, now a recent graduate can also be your ideal, because why? Let's say there is a recent graduate that they have money in their hand. Do you understand? They have money, like they have money. It means that in addition to them being the ideal person that needs it, they also have the monetary capability to pay for it. In anything you do in marketing, make sure you are marketing to the person that possesses the monetary capability to pay. It's like you now, you want to market a baby product. You're not saying, dear baby, your skin will be smooth. Can a baby hear you? Does a baby know what you are talking about? So in you crafting your marketing message, make sure it is the person that has the money in their hand that you are crafting your WhatsApp status, your whatever stories for. Let me give you an example. You know now that there's someone, a mother that is saying, my son cannot get work, this one, that one, that one. That is who you'll be attacking. And you know the mother wants the child to really get work. And you know what the problem is. You doing, and you know it is paining the mother that the child is still at home more work. It is the child you will tell. It is the mother you will go and say, Mommy Basira, you will not know what happened today. What happened? You know, Iya John's son, that he did not even know book like your son. He got work. Say, what happened? And I'm going to talk a bit about that when it comes to marketing and the things you should use in your marketing, storytelling. He got work. Are you serious? How? That boy had not. That's how me too. I was wondering. See what happened. Apparently, they said the employers that it is no more about what they carried away from school. The employer was now saying that John, that did not that finished with the third class, that he had something that is called workplace skills, so that he could do Google Drive, he could do this. Are you serious? They did not even look at the certificates. I'm not joking. It is this thing that I could do on this, and they were looking at. I said, trust me. Now, me, I now went to ask John after the this and that. Please, this thing that they used to grade you, that they used to give you a job, where did you learn it? And I said, it's one program that Africa is running. The thing is the program is not even long. It's just 6 weeks. Like it's online. You don't even have to go there. They will just teach you online, and after you have all these skills, so your next interview they can say, are you serious? Show me now. Now what for you? You don't even want my son's life to be good. This one. Show me, I will pay. Even if you cannot pay, me, I will pay. Why am I suffering? You see? To be where they want to be and their frustration. Where they want to be and their what? Frustration. But first, on the agenda is describe who your ideal customer is. And I will walk you through, because we have done the work of identifying target audience, the ideal people, categories of people that we need to sell to. Now, because we have identified the categories, you can now take these categories and look at the one that you know. In my community, I think I have more of this kind of people. In my community, I think I have more of this kind of people. You will now take that category, carry biro and paper, or your text, your phone, and type to yourself on WhatsApp and say, I think professionals who have been working in ministry for a long time, but they are still struggling with using Google. They are the people that I work in an office, I work in ministry. These are the people that they are near me. You will now come and start looking at, you will now take an ideal person in your office that today they are coming to say, please help me to connect this thing. I don't know, it is my system is tomorrow. They will say, please, how will I share this link? Next tomorrow. You will now take that kind of a person, you want them to interview, please. That is how you are going to develop your customer persona. Mommy, Daniel, since when have you been in this ministry, sir? 2000, you will write it. Mommy Daniel is a married woman who has, you are thinking of everything. It's as if you are doing questionnaire, you will be asking a question. You know, why have you know now, as this one, you're always coming to ask me to help you do this. When you say, I don't know, when did they not send us for training? You will now write, Mommy Basira is waiting for, Mommy Daniel is waiting for the government to send them on training before they will upskill. Mommy Daniel is frustrated that they cannot do this. Every information they give you. How old Mommy Daniel is she married or unmarried? Does she have children that are digitally literate? Does she, like, you will write everything you can get about Mommy Daniel. Because that is what you are going to use to now write your own. The day you start updating your WhatsApp stories, you will be writing Mommy Daniel. She'll be like, hey, did you enter bedroom with me? But in this case, the whole idea of creating customer personas is so that if one of Mommy Daniel exists in your office, there are millions of Mommy Daniel outside. You just need to describe one mom. That's what you call the principle of sampling. You just need to sample that population, the ideal person in that population, get all the information about them. When they started their career, where they have worked, like write everything. You now carry it. You now say, okay, now that I have all this information about this person, you will now create an Excel sheet like this. You pick one category. You pick one category, like you said, digitally illiterate. Let's say you pick this category, digitally illiterate professionals. You have collected all the information about one person in this category. You have used it to develop a customer persona. What are we going to use with this customer persona? You will now cut all the information that they've told you. You will now start looking at, what did they tell me? Out of all these things, which one is frustrating them? You will carry it, put it under frustration. Which one is their desire? What does it mean, desire? Like, let's say you were talking to Mommy Daniel and I said, Mommy Daniel, every day, you don't wish to this. My sister, hey, I wish I could be like her. Like, she would just carry computer like this and be pressing. What is, at least that way, you have not even be staying on this job. I'll just go and get remote work. You can imagine, I'm traveling all the way from Gwaringpa to this thing, to go and do this thing. It is just because they say, I cannot leave this job because the other job, they will say I should come and use this thing. I wish I can work remotely. You know how she's talking about those things to you? It is a desire. You will now look for all the information. Which one can you put under frustration? After you have described that first, which one can you put under frustration? You put it. Which one out of what she told you can you put under desire? What is desire? What they want, you will put it. Which one can you put under fears? What are they afraid of? Let's say they are saying, I even heard they are retrenching next year now. I'm just afraid. It should not be me because now they brought this new copper. They this thing down. I'm even afraid. Hey, how will I feed my children if they chase me from this work? All the things she's afraid of. Put it on her face. You know what you've just done? You've created for yourself an arsenal of the different things you'll be using to market WFS. Because one day you'll just come and say, what did this person tell me about their frustration? You pick that one, you write about it when you start, or whatever it is you want to market. What did this person tell me about where they want to be? As you are, is me. This is me. You is me. This is me. It is me you are talking to. That's what they will think. Like when you are doing some marketing, people will say, did this person follow me and enter my bedroom? I will ask you, if have you not seen the kind of marketing this thing that we put, that you will say, this woman, as in, don't lie. Which of our marketing this thing will say, this thing is touching me. Like, this person must know my problem. Has it not happened with you before you enrolled in WFS? Let's have a discussion. This is an interactive marketing. I always say marketing is a commonsensical thing, but then you also need to know the fundamentals. I know both. I know the commonsensical part, and I've been to several innovation labs to understand this in depth. So let me see you in the comment section. When you are able to do this one, you have turned to marketer. That is the fundamentals of marketing. The first thing is what? Saying, what do I have to sell? Which is why we did product. You must know the product in and out. What the product can do for that person. If you don't know that, then you have a problem. Because you will not know, by the time the person tells you their pains, you will not even know the right questions to ask. Because you just be asking questions like, what is your best food? And what do I need their best food for? Am I selling food to them? But because you know what your product, WFS, can do, you know the kind of benefit it has. When you are asking questions, you'll be asking questions that you know that your products can be a solution to. Do you understand? So if you did not attend yesterday's product knowledge, you will be asking bad questions. Go back and watch the replay. If you did not attend the previous training, go back and watch the replay. You must understand product before you can market. A product you don't understand, you cannot market. It's as simple as that. Now, when you are now I said 3 things. Let's do a quick recap. What have we talked about this night? First is what? Identify target audience category. When we have done the work, and I went through it in yesterday's training, so I'm not going to go through it one by one again. Yesterday, I talked about recent graduates, career break, low-income earners, entrepreneurs, digitally illiterate, career after life, stay-at-home moms, unemployed graduates, experienced professionals, and seeking remote work. I talked about this. If you missed yesterday's training, just watch the replay of it. I talked about each of those categories yesterday. So today is where I'm now saying, okay, let's pick one category. You work in ministry, pick that digitally illiterate. Say, these are the people that I feel like they are within my destiny. Now, can you create customer personas for these 3 different others? Yes, after all, we created 10 different categories. But do we attack all of them at the same time? No. You will see that maybe this month now we've been focusing on talking about digitally illiterate professionals. And those are the kind of people that we're marketing to. So we don't attack all, because when you say you are attacking, like all the things you are saying is going to be paid to be wishing that they're able to get to that place that I have said my product can get them to. It is not that today, like I will advise, that is my advice in marketing. I've identified which of this audience, maybe 1 or 2, that you know that because of the community I belong to, I have a stronghold. I think the kind of community I can market to are entrepreneurs. So when you are developing customer personas, you'll be developing customer personas for entrepreneur category. When you are developing, if you work in the ministry, you'll be developing customer personas for digitally illiterate people. Oh, you are a recent graduate, you are going to NYC camp, or you are another, you'll be designing customer persona for that category of people. You know that in your stay at home mom, everybody says stay at home mom, you'll be designing customer persona and saying, if you don't want to better your life, all you want to do is just be taking care of children. When the children grow up, what will you now do? Do you understand? That means those are the kind of things you will design into your customer persona. You will pick a typical stay-at-home mom who stays at home from morning to night. You will ask her all the questions. When you now finish gathering information, you will now come and design this Excel sheet again. If you've not taken the BFS and you are an affiliate, you may struggle because even to create this Excel sheet, you don't know how to do it. Do you understand? Those are part of the things we covered on the BFS, like to even understand the use of digital tools. Because that way, you just create this Excel sheet like this under target audience, frustrations, desires, and fears for your own. Because now you have done customer persona and you know your audience. Now, after you do this first major thing, I beg you, anybody that skips this exercise, they will struggle. If you want to consistently generate income from the digital economy, I repeat, if you want to consistently generate income from the digital economy, you must know how to market and sell. They are two different things. What is marketing? Marketing in simple terms is every activity that you do to get somebody interested in the thing you are offering. Every activity you carry out to get somebody interested, say, what are you selling there? To turn their head and ask you a question that what is this? Is marketing. Whether you now do it digitally, you don't do it digitally, it's like, let me say, you say, in my area now, next week Sunday, I'm going to church. I cannot do digital anything, but I'll just go and do one banner. I will stand somewhere in my church and say, digital editing, I will carry table, people will do flyer. That is on site on your church. But all those activities, what does it help you do to get somebody interested in what you are selling? That is marketing. Now, what is sales? Sales is every activity you perform that converts that person that is interested in what you are selling to a paying customer. Meaning, after the person is interested, like somebody, like let's say you put banner, you put this thing on your church, and somebody just looking say, come now, come now, come now, come and see. You just come and see. You don't have to buy. That is marketing. When they now get to your stand and they are looking, they just say, what gives me the guarantee that this thing, that is sales? You are now doing a sales activity because you're now trying to convince them to buy. But the initial thing that caught their attention is marketing. The conversation you are then having with them to close them, they call it sales closing. To close them and allow them buy is sales closing. So I repeat, every activity that gets your ideal target audience to be interested in you is marketing. Now, the moment they are interested in you, every activity you do from that point going forward is sales. So let me give you a perfect example. Let's say you want to sell this thing on your WhatsApp status. And you put this thing on you now say, you don't start telling story on your WhatsApp status. That is why I saw one interview, this thing today. Oh, hey, imagine this, all those things, all those stories you are telling, your marketing. You now finish telling the story, you now put, I beg, anybody that just like themselves as a recent graduate, you see this course, you should just go and take it. The person now comes in your DM, I beg, guy, cut soap for me. What is this course about? You see all those things, you now start to talk to that person inside WhatsApp, it says, because you're not trying to convince them to buy. That thing you put on your status is first a marketing activity that got them interested. So why do that? Which is why I say marketing what precedes sales. Marketing precedes sales. You cannot sell to who is not interested. You will be fetching water into a what? Basket. Now, that is the first part of what we are dealing with today. Identifying target audience and how to identify their pain points and do all that. Now, let's talk about building a marketing plan. And under this, we'll first talk about setting marketing goals, the marketing channels that may be appropriate for you to use, then your content calendar. It doesn't matter where you are going to sell, you will need content to sell. Okay? You will need content to what? To sell. So let's go to that. Now, the first thing under your marketing, I mean, under building your marketing plan is setting a goal for yourself. I talked about that a couple of days ago. As in, if you attended our goal setting session, you understand that particular thing. Now, if you don't set a goal, anything you don't